What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Channel. I'm AJ Gels. How y'all doing? We are back with more Days Gone gameplay. Game Informer just won't quit. I love what they're doing with all these big month of features and whatnot. This month is Days Gone. Yesterday I uploaded a video, which actually was this one, the first hour of Days Gone gameplay. I had subscriber of mine, Samori Roden, love you, dude, asked me to keep going and do this next about 41 minutes of gameplay. I have not seen this yet. There might be some overlap, whatever. We're gonna jump in and enjoy it. Just a few notes before we start. I think I've said this before. I can't remember. Honestly, the last day and a half have all kind of been a blur to me. I'll be covering the Rage 2 trailer. I made a decision. I'm going to put that on the Saturday show, so coverage of that will be on Saturday. State of Decay 2 starts up on Friday, and within the next day or so, expect to see episode 2 of The Council, that game by Big Bad Wolf. I think that was the studio name. Episode 2 is out. Quick turnaround. Really cool concept for that game. Go check out the first episode. It's on the channel, so episode 2 of that will be starting up again soon. So without further ado, like I said, this is all Game Informer. Please go to Game Informer and check out all their stuff. They're the people who do the real journalism. I'm some punk with a YouTube channel. Link will be down in the description. Let's get into it.
Hey, welcome to another episode of New Gameplay Today. I'm your host, Jeff Cork, joined today by a whole lot of guys. We got Ben Hansen.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Hi, thanks for being here. We've got Jeff Marchiafava.
Hey,
thanks for being here. And we've got Leo Vader.
the fourth and final guy.
Thanks for being here. So we're looking at Days Gone.
Yeah, this is Game Informer's new cover story, and this is a whole mission in the game. Technically, picking up basically where we left off if you watch the first hour of gameplay, which you can also find at GameInformer.com/daysgone.
Yep.
This is basically where it leaves off, and
Yeah,
we're going on a mission.
Sorry, real quick. I want to add this note that this, like they just said, that what we saw last video was the first hour of gameplay. So this is picking up right after that. So please note spoilers if you're afraid of those.
Booze, are you there?
Yeah, Deke.
How are you doing? How's the arm?
Like I said, I'll be fine.
Okay, I'm still gonna head out to that Nero checkpoint, find some sterile bandages, ointment or something.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I'm gonna go out. Make sure the mountain's clear.
Boozer, no! No, those are third-degree burns. You stay there, you rest. I'll be there as soon as I can.
I guess. You know, I could use something for the pain.
All right, so in
Yeah,
this
I guess
mission...
I'll see
Oh,
what I
Deacon
can
St.
do.
John.
Come on.
Seriously, Jabberjaws here, buddy.
This is it, the Nero checkpoint.
All right, I'm gonna try and pull that back just a tad. If you notice, the fuel gauge was going down pretty quickly. Now I'm not sure if that's just because, you know, I mean, what, it's 0.86 gallons of gas. I'm not sure if I'm reading that correctly. Or is that how much spare we have? And that's how much. I'll keep an eye on that because I'm not sure if that's spare gas and that's how much is in the tank or what. So maybe this comment, I'll hold off on this comment real quick. But does anyone hear something funky going on with Deacon's voice? I can't tell if it's a voice acting issue, an editing issue, or what. I was talking about this a lot during the first hour, but something's bugging me about it.
All right, so in this
I guess
mission...
I'll
Oh,
see
Deacon
what I
St.
can
John.
Come on.
Seriously, Jabberjaws.
No. Oh, okay. We just saw it go down to 87%, or from 87 to 86, and then it went 80.85 gallons to 86 gallons. So I'm gonna guess just because at the end of last video the bike. Give me a second. Excuse me. His bike got scrapped, so he's got to build up his bike again. So I'm going to guess that fuel capacity you can increase throughout the game. I'm going to guess that's part of tuning the bike.
This is it, the Nero checkpoint. I gotta find some shit for boozers.
St. John, this is Cope. When you get to the tower, our radio uplink.
Hey,
Son of a bitch!
That's what sums it up.
Cork, were you playing?
Yes.
so this is
gameplay.
footage of me playing the game.
You were saying something?
St. John, this is Cope.
Shit.
When you get to the tower, our radio uplink has been shut down. I'll pay you to restore it.
Do characters ever quit yapping in this game?
Nope. There we go. Jeff Cork, what is a Nero checkpoint?
Nero Checkpoint. These are basically, there's a government agency, Nero National Emergency Response Organization, and they're basically FEMA, as we've said time and time again. And when
Like I
this-
was saying, some thinking to do. So these men, you know them? Because shutting down Radio Free Oregon seems kind of personal.
Goddamn right it's personal. They used to be a part of my camp. Seems they didn't like the rules against stealing, raping, murdering.
Now, maybe they're like me, just tired of listening to your paranoid truther bullshit. St. John out.
All right, now, Deacon, I think it's safe for us to talk now. So basically, these checkpoints were set up to kind of diagnose the infected people, kind of perform triage, figure out who could be saved, and then who they just needed to quarantine. So what I'm doing here is this is also a place where I can find some medical supplies to help my friend Boomer, who, as you saw in the first gameplay hour, is critically injured by the Rippers.
Yeah.
And so clearly you're in a hurry, which is why you're scavenging crap. from
Absolutely,
These cars.
always need crap.
Boomer's over the radio. Deacon, I'm in a lot of pain here, buddy. You're not digging through another cop car,
So
are
I
ya?
gave him a warning swing, which is a good move.
Also, as you can see on the screen, it says alpha gameplay. Important to stress. This game isn't coming out till early 2019, so
Yeah.
it might be a little rough around the edges, but it's still unbelievably generous that Sony Ben let us show this much of the game to give people a better idea of how it actually plays.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So now I'm just hanging out with a stool leg. I figure that's.
Good craftsmanship on that.
You could imagine. You could probably pretend it's one of those ornate pepper shakers from a fancy restaurant,
Right.
If that helps you.
So in the apocalypse, it's cockroaches,
Uh-huh.
Twinkies, and stool legs.
Stool legs just survived. The tops of the tables gone.
Have you talked about how the melee works? Do those have different stats? Different melee weapons you pick up?
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like different stance of swinging. No, there are different categories of weapons. So like the stool leg, as you can imagine, is not nearly as effective as like a machete or a hatchet.
Sure.
So here are if you've been reading along, I'm trying to get inside this trailer. Unfortunately, it's locked with electronic locks, which requires this generator here to get powered on. But
Right. And something kind of interesting, they talked about it in the first hour of gameplay that we posted earlier, but it's interesting that this is just 2 years, is that right, after the world goes to hell?
That's correct.
And so a lot of the machinery is still functioning. It's a kind of a cool space. I think we're all just kind of used to The Last of Us, where it's like, oh, Ellie doesn't even know about the old world.
Right.
But just to have this idea of like, it wasn't that long ago. Like all the car batteries are still fully charged. Things are relatively okay.
Yeah.
Other than the world being complete shit.
Right.
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 And at this point, I'm messing around with the weapon wheel here. I think I was talking to one of the team members about weapons. So
We
So
should
that
mention-
generator didn't work.
the generator needs to be refueled.
it's always one thing or another in video games, ain't it?
So true.
What we should talk about is a new gameplay today. If you're just tuning in for the Days Gone coverage, the whole framework for this show, this is a special case where we're showing a game from a cover story trip, which doesn't happen too often, but normally it's just whenever there's an embargo lifting on big games, we're going to show it off, damn it. You can't stop us. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
Stay tuned.
So now I'm going into my survival vision, which highlights kind of things that you can interact with. I was hoping that it would have a big flashing beacon for fuel, but it didn't. But that's okay. You can. That's like an upgradable skill though that will let you. It'll highlight crafting materials, and then it can upgrade further to highlight enemies in the environment too. I think if you look at the Horde video, that's been upgraded so that the infected glow as well. But at this stage of the game, which is as you know very early in, it's not been upgraded.
Yeah, the Horde video will be coming up next week.
Yes.
For people to check out there.
All right, here's where
Jesus, more stuff to cover.
you'll see. So if
What is this?
I'd been paying attention, you see those speaker icons at the top of this temporary shelter. I should have disabled those before restoring power because now they're basically blaring, "Hey, soup's on," and I'm the soup.
Oh, Deacon Soup.
So were those marked before and you just didn't notice them, or do you have to really be carefully
I
check the
believe they
environment?
would have been marked if I'd gone into my Deacon St. John vision mode.
Detective mode?
And this is also the first time I had
Uh-oh.
the game, so I was still quick help, guys, help.
You're showing how deadly the world
There
is,
you
man.
go.
There's no
Just-
doubt about it.
Hey, the world comes for you. So here,
As Sony says over and over again.
so now I'm like, maybe I can find a new temporary shelter in the weapon wheel.
What if
I
I
live here now.
What if I corner myself into this place with no reasonable escape
Yep,
and see how it goes?
exactly. So these starting weapons, you'll notice that when you pull up like a tighter aim mode here, the reticles get smaller as you see in a lot of games. These starting weapons suck. I think I'm not using Boomer's shotgun. I think at the beginning you have the choice of taking his shotgun or leaving it with Boomer, and I'm a gentleman and I left it with Boomer. So that left me without a really good shotgun. This one is clearly adequate, but
And he's going down.
God, nice work. Getting out of there.
yeah. But like the pistols in particular, I'm used to kind of being able to fake it till you make it with those things, and they're marginally better than melee, at least at the beginning when you're not you don't have the skills in game or in the game.
Yeah,
Or better pistols.
right.
Things like that.
It's such a tough balance for Sony Bend too, because it's like, well, it's the post-apocalyptic world. We want crappy guns, but how do you show crappy guns without just every player grabbing the controller for 20 seconds and saying this weapon sucks?
Yeah.
Like, it's a tough thing to communicate. They're like, well, in some ways they're kind of supposed to suck, and finding a dividing line between what's intentional versus maybe the game, like the gunplay isn't hitting as hard as you'd expect in a game. That's a tough line. But
Absolutely. I was like, initially when I first started, I was like,
Speakers.
oh, this super sucks. Like, I do not like this pistol at all.
yeah,
And I learned that you need to be more methodical with it. It's not just like it's not the Halo pistol.
Yes, sterile bandages.
All right. I know I really haven't chimed in a lot. I really haven't had a lot to say so far. But I am starting to have one question, kind of like looking at the weapon wheel. Yeah, he picked up a 22 Ruger in the last video. And I'm wondering, where is that? Is it in your inventory somewhere? Is it like The Last of Us or those kind of games that you pick up these guns and they're with you and you can upgrade them or and whatnot? Or is it more like your typical, like a FPS, where it's you have your, basically he has his sidearm, his crossbow, and a shotgun, or like two long weapons and a sidearm? Is that how it is, or is it the Last of Us style of I have all these weapons and they're with me to stay throughout the game, and I'm going to upgrade them? So I don't know. I'm not sure if we're going to get an answer there, but this is just a question I'm kind of concerned with, and I'm kind of watching for. If anybody catches something that maybe I missed, please go into the comments, tell me.
Just what the doctor ordered. Now I just gotta get this back to Boozer. How well.
but what is this?
This is the Neuro Injector. So here you've got a little bit of choice here at the beginning. You can add stamina or health to your meter, or also increase your focus ability. So you're given a choice at these neuro checkpoints. These devices are there. So I think I went with stamina because at this point I'd been rolling a lot, sprinting a lot, because I realized that I wasn't going to be able to go toe to toe with these infected freakers.
Just say freakers, Cork. Just get used to saying freakers.
I will never
Embrace
get used to
freakers.
that.
Yep.
Better living through chemistry.
In the cover story, did you call them freakers or infected?
I kind of bounced back and forth.
Okay, all right, bold
Yeah.
choice.
Thank you.
Checkpoint looted.
The way they should do it is you inject it into your legs for stamina and your heart for health and your brain for focus.
That's pretty
There you go.
smart.
But
Just go
only
right
one
through
leg
the
at a time.
So he just runs in a circle.
Yes. Very effectively, though. Yeah.
See, I wanted to see him go into that gun locker.
This area is a checkpoint, so now if I die, I have an option of spawning here. It will spawn you at the closest checkpoint. They still seem to be fairly spread out. At some point in this video, we'll pop open the map and you can kind of see it a little better. But
Yeah.
and also you have access to your weapons locker at all checkpoints. It's kind of a Resident Evil style weapons locker system.
Time to get the hell out of here.
And see, again, I kind of wanted them to open up that locker so I can see exactly what it is, because again, I'm curious to see see this as, do I only have so many like slots in my inventory? So, is like that Ruger that he picked up, that rifle, is it in his inventory? But right now he's just carrying a shotgun and crossbow. Or is it, again, it's how many weapons do I have access to at any given time? I know through the weapon wheel that we saw he had the shotgun, the handgun, and the crossbow, but I'm not sure is there any more.
And you still got that speaker going, Corp.
Yeah. Then I drove away from it.
The only way to get rid of the speaker is
Absolutely.
to drive away from the speaker.
Son of a bitch!
I just really wanted to hit that tree, which
Yeah, make sure the collision detection was working
yeah,
correctly.
it's working, and that fence as well.
Not a motorcyclist in real life, are you, Jeff Gordon?
Well, you'll also notice it's raining, so things maybe don't handle as well.
That's true. That's
Means
true.
it's working as intended.
Yeah.
You always looked back over your shoulder and gave a big thumbs up to the devs.
Yeah.
That happened.
I winked at them, and they winked back.
Wait a minute, is that true? Does your
base at the start of the game? At
Exactly.
is that true though? Does your bike handle differently in wet mud? Is that like a kind of a little yes, that's how it is, or are they making a joke there? I want a solid answer to that question.
Boozer, I found some shit for your arm. Boozer?
Okay. I was going to turn around and he's not there.
Boozer. Hey. Oh, shit.
Shit, Deke. Could have blown your goddamn head off.
Look, let me see that arm, huh?
No, I got
Come on,
this.
let me see that arm. Come on, all right.
Oh, is he bit?
Deke. Thanks, brother. Look, I'll be better, okay? You're gonna be fine.
So there they said that if, depending on the choice you made the first time, you get to choose like to leave the shotgun with Boomer or not. That obviously will play out a little differently. I can't imagine it'll be significantly different because this is the only one I saw, but he probably doesn't give you like a finger gun if he doesn't have it.
He crafted a shotgun while you were away.
Exactly.
Then you
Lot
take
of-
that one from him, too.
Yeah. A lot of foreshadowing on Boomer there. You think he's making it through the game, Cork?
Oh boy.
He's in rough shape now.
Does he die and come back as a zombie that you have to kill?
Ooh.
We did ask if you recognize any freakers in the game.
That's true. And
And
they
they
said
said-
no.
They said no.
They're not going to be the first zombie story to ever not have that happen, right?
It's
They have been
possible.
playing up his head tattoos, which who knows?
Pretty signature.
Easy to recognize guy.
Maybe we won't. Maybe we won't recognize him because his personality is so different. when
Oh,
he's a
I don't even
freaker,
know you.
know?
You've changed
Yep.
so much. Also, you're a freaker.
Come on, Boomer.
Can I ask a very basic question about these freakers?
Yes.
Yes.
They're headshot guys, right? You shoot them in the head
It
and they die a
doesn't.
lot
Actually,
faster?
you're kind of not discouraged from shooting them in the head, but if you do shoot them in the head, you won't be able to collect their ears, which are used as kind of an in-game currency to gain renown with different factions.
Right. It's
So-
like shooting somebody in the purse. You wouldn't do it.
Exactly. So you can shoot them in the head. And that will
Shoot
kill
'em in the
Also,
purse.
they're not like zombie rules apply. You can shoot them anywhere, and
Okay.
that would ordinarily kill someone.
That's really surprising. Do they die faster from headshots, though? So it's like a trade-off?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
You seemed a little bit confused about the concept of freaker ears as a currency,
Mm-hmm.
Leo. I'm a little confused as to why you reacted such a way.
Yeah. I just punched the gas can because
Yeah.
What
Just
I
take
did.
like their fingers or something.
yeah.
I don't know. If I were starting a post-apocalyptic society, I
Yeah.
wouldn't be like, let's make the only possible currency we could have that would make it harder to kill the guys that are
Well,
trying to
if you
kill us.
made him fingers, though, Leo, you could get 10 from every freaker that you killed in tournament. How are they
Yeah.
going to know?
And plus, freaker ears are a delicacy in this world as well. So it's kind of like a double thing. Like you get to eat them after you pay your bills.
nice.
You understand.
So you'll notice
Yeah.
that it said horde discovered. We don't see that horde in this video because as soon as that popped up, I ran in the other direction because I did not want to fight a horde.
Yeah. Yeah. I was, while you were doing this, I was dicking around in the open world probably way
Mm-hmm.
too much. And I also just stumbled across a horde on my playthrough. Like, oh crap, I just have to get out of here as soon as I can.
Yeah.
That's a fun dynamic in the open world. It's like
Yeah.
having the PUBG meteors hit all of a sudden.
Yeah, fans of reading UI probably noticed it says clear the camp 0 out of 11, and yes, that means there are 11 people in this camp. Once you kill 11 of them, the camp has been cleared. But I'm trying to sneak my way around this. This is my first attempt. I don't believe it goes well because I call it a first attempt. And here, kind of on the perimeter, there's some stuff you can loot.
God, I had a question
As you
brewing, and I
get
can't
through
remember.
these, It's kind of interesting. You first start off, you can craft like bandages and a couple of like super basic things, Molotov cocktail. As you get more sophisticated recipes, then ingredients to make those things will surface in the world. So right now, there's a bunch of junk that isn't being highlighted that you can't pick up because he doesn't know that he has a need for styrofoam, for instance, or like random bits of circuitry and stuff. So
Smart.
And also, you use the same different items for different crafting things, and they're kind of at odds with each other. So if you
Yeah.
get, the rag, you can either use it for a Molotov, which is helpful, or use it as a bandage to heal yourself.
Yep.
And so you have to make those decisions.
Okay, a little something. The more and more gameplay I'm seeing here, it makes me a little sad that ammo. It's looking like ammo's not coming at a premium. Or what I mean by that is I probably misspoke right just there. Is that it's not like The Last of Us where it's really hard to find bullets. Personally, I like these kind of games where you really have to pick your shots, and I guess with this being a more open world based game and whatnot, it would be a little harder to do that. But I'm really interested to see how it is, and again, it might be a little different when you're actually in the driver's seat, not just watching this. But I'm really curious to see how it's going to be like when I sit down to play this game. What's it going to be like with trying to conserve my ammo and everything like that?
As you go along.
So here, fairly standard open world stuff at this point, where if you're in binocular vision, you can tag enemies so that they show up on the screen even when you're not in that mode anymore.
Classic.
Yeah. And the open world is Oregon.
It's true.
Yeah, which they say is a high desert, which is one of those weird geographical facts I was not aware of. They're like, oh, yeah, majority of Oregon. It's considered a high desert, which is like the same style as South America. So they end up raising a lot of llamas in Oregon because of that environment.
Really?
And so, of course, we asked if there were llamas in this game, and they said, save it for the sequel.
Save it for the sequel.
So no llamas. Also, Days Gone 2 confirmed, but llamas seems to be the crucial part. They were joking.
For the love of God, release Days Gone 1, then you can talk about Days Gone 2.
Working title: Llamas Rising.
Now I got you. Don't let him
Motherfucker.
All right, so
incoming. Do this. Cover.
They say.
Can you swap shoulder?
How about you come into us?
I've laid out the perfect trap.
I think I did the same thing when I played through this as well.
You also lit Freedom Ring?
Yep.
So this mission, you're clearing out the camp because these guys have taken over that radio tower, which Copeland is using to broadcast Radio Free Oregon. So the purpose here is to clear out the camp and then restore power back to that radio station to make Copeland happy. And as you make camp leaders happier, you gain access to higher tiers of equipment. Like Copeland, for instance, has like a mechanic, so he's kind of the place you go to for bike parts. There's another encampment you can go to and kind of work to build a relationship there, and you get better weapons and everything. So
You like that Copeland guy, Cork?
The more and more I hear about this, the more and more I'm sitting here thinking, this is so much like Mad Max. I mean, what they just said there with like the different settlements actually having like different specialties, like Copeland has the bikes, and one might have weapons and whatnot. So it kind of reminds me of like Mad Max, just the lore of the universe. Like places like Gastown and whatnot. But the more and more I see it in this game, it's really looking like a. It reminds me a lot of the Mad Max game, which is in no way a bad thing, because the Mad Max game was really freaking good.
he seems fine. I mean, basically just a bunch of assholes left anyway, right? So
One asshole's the same as the next asshole.
exactly.
Maybe there's one camp that we haven't seen yet where everyone's just lovely.
Everyone's
It's
just
really
super
utopia.
cool.
Yeah.
They're just like, just Take what you want. Be cool.
The-
We're all
the-
in this
Just
together.
threw dynamite at you,
Thing
dude.
turns red, and they say, "Oh, hello, neighbor."
Someone needs a cupcake. Freak are your cupcakes.
Ooh, like how we make dollar bill cupcakes.
All right, so I get 3 left, and I think at this point I kind of move around. You can build traps too, which I don't think I ever did in this playthrough.
You're being very strategic with this, but it is a tough game overall. There's no easy mode.
Uh-oh.
They really want to make you think and
Yeah, and the-
methodically go through this stuff.
The camps are probably the most analogous to other, open world activity kind of things.
Yeah.
But they did feel different because of how deadly the enemies were, at least to me.
Yeah.
Even something like Horizon, it feels much more like, hey, I can just charge in here and I'm gonna be okay.
Right.
Because you have so many abilities and weapons at your disposal and they all feel good. Whereas, like Cork was saying, this pistol is not the easiest
Oh God.
weapon and you don't want
No,
to...
it's not. Here, let's just take a quick Mac break. They should make that button so big if they don't want you to push it.
Look at you Deacon looking at a map, and then you just see like the sniper rifle laser on the other side. He's like, "What is that? Some sort of moving target legend? What is that?"
What do you guys make of the XP popping up when you shoot? That's been a point of controversy.
It really has. I was surprised by the number of people that brought it up because we're
Are there
used to
people
it at this point.
People don't like that?
They don't. They don't. And
Oh.
there is the option. The dev team said there are a lot of debates about it, and there is the option to turn it off in the final game. So
I like it.
You do.
Yeah.
And the
See, that was actually something I was thinking during the first bit of gameplay with the XP popping up when you get kills and whatnot. I was kind of curious about that. I'm thinking, because there are some games that I like to see like every little bit of damage that I'm doing at every moment, and what I'm not sure how I'd like that, like popping up like on screen, right? Like when I score the headshot, boom, 75%, 75 XP, whatever. And I don't know. Tell me what you guys think about that. Like, do you like it? Do you not like it? I can't really tell how I feel. I'm on the fence.
debate when it was first brought up, we're like, I don't know about that XP thing. The developers, the creative director said yes, but when you're fighting the Horde and you take out like a huge swath of them with an explosion, and you see that avalanche of XP popping up, like you can't help but have a good guttural reaction as a gamer of like, oh, that's satisfying. And so that's the trade.
I can see that.
And
Yeah.
that's the practical effect of something like here, where Cork shot that guy, but he's not dead yet, and you definitely. To me, it was really helpful to have that XP pop up and know, okay, I can stop shooting at this guy now because
Interesting.
he's down.
Yeah, yeah, definitely during the opening hour, if people watch that.
Yet on the other side of that argument would be the fact that it does kind of break the immersion a little bit of it breaks that immersion, kind of like the clear the camp 8 out of 11 thing. It breaks the immersion of, well, is it clear? Did I get everybody? Where's the last guy hiding? Did I kill him, or did I just hit him a couple times and he's hiding behind cover? I understand the other side of that argument, where it's the question of it's a little too video gamey. I get both sides. That's why I'm in the middle.
Stands a little bit more when it's more of like a cinematic presentation, one freaker at a time, yada yada yada. Then it's like, well, this just really takes me out of the level of immersion here. But as you go deeper into the game, I'd imagine you're so used to it at a certain point.
I gave that guy every opportunity to run away, by the way. Warning shot after warning shot.
You're very generous.
Yep.
Yeah, so finally, a non-headshot kill, which I think I earned.
That was the focus shot
Yeah.
you just did, I assume?
Yeah. In my mind, I said, let's dance, but no. It played out really well.
And you have very little health left here, Cork.
It's true.
No healing items left.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a
That's
problem.
okay. That's not a problem, as you'll see.
As you see, you're going to take a nap by these sandbags, just
Yep.
recover all your health.
Yep. Again, 4 warning shots. Very proud of that.
Is that Mount Bachelor back there, Jeff Cork?
It could be.
The Mount Bachelor?
Oregon
Dude,
fans.
move in. There you go.
You won't be able to hear the video.
That guy just
So that guy clearly is just not interested in what his friend was shooting at. but-
Earbuds are in, probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, listening to the static that was Radio Free Oregon at one point. This radio don't work no more.
They do have a cool camp up here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no watchtower where you and Boomer live, but
There we go.
it's cool.
Oh,
Pretty
man.
self-satisfied.
That's
Music to my
real good.
ears.
Great toss.
It's a sadist, apparently.
Who needs a radio?
Yeah.
Looting.
I wonder if anyone ever deceives each other in this world by taking a human ear and being like, it's freakerish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just leave it out
No,
in
I
the
can
sun
see
for a
your
minute.
ear is gone, dude.
Just wears a
one
bloody
believes you.
stocking cap everywhere.
One ear short, and he comes back 5 minutes later.
No, it's only the left ear.
It's true. See, they've thought through everything.
True.
So here I'm using scrap to repair this. I just happen to have enough.
Yeah. Same stuff
So
you used
then
to repair
looting
your bike
everything.
along the way.
And some crafting, I think, as well. You can reinforce melee items.
Drop it!
If you had bullets, I wouldn't be breathing now, would I?
Please, mister.
I don't shoot women if I have a choice. Do I have a choice?
I ain't got nothing. I got nowhere to go.
He is first and foremost a gentleman.
Always Deacon style. Jumping ahead a little bit.
So this is inside one of the bunkers. The enemy camps here, they usually have, I think they were saying, like, plans to make something new, a recipe, and then also a thing that you find that will give you another checkpoint.
Also, now you have a gnarly stool leg, which is nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got a recipe that taught me how to stick some spikes in it. Wouldn't have figured that out otherwise.
I was about to say, really, you need help with figuring that out?
I love this environment. It looks so cool. This is the type
That's
of
a
place I would
safe.
love to live.
So anyway, here's the bunker. So you can see, I think this is to illustrate that once I find a map in this area, it'll kind of reveal some of the fog of war.
Also, a small detail on the map that I really think is cool. Going by the day-night.
Real quick. 731 Days Gone. That's cute. Days Gone. I like this up here. How it does. It just my little appreciation of the UI. This is how. I can't remember what agency it is, but like when you see hurricanes or you see disaster relief, you'll see this symbol with a bunch of numbers on the sides they indicate different things. To show other rescue workers what houses have been checked and whatnot. But I like the whole journal map skills inventory kind of thing. That's a neat little focus. Nice little detail.
Yeah. The fog of war.
Also, a small detail on the map that I really think is cool. Going by the day-night cycle in the game, you saw it said 731 days gone.
Yeah.
It starts out at 0, and then it'll count up throughout the course of the game.
I don't
Or
think
no,
it
not
doesn't
at 0.
start at 0.
It's with the apocalypse.
Right.
So 2 years ago. So I can't do that math, but
Right.
I just love that it changes throughout the course of the game
Yep.
with the day-night
Deke, you
cycle.
there?
Yeah.
Probably nothing. Sounded like bike engines, riding somewhere on the mountain.
Shit.
I had to have.
So you can see there now. If you want to fast travel between points, you're free to do so. If there's a infestation though that's between them, the 2 points that shows up in red, you can't fast travel
Finished
between
clearing
that
the radio
until
tower for
you
Copeland.
clear out that
I'm gonna
area.
climb the tower, see if I can see
Okay.
anything.
And there's your gun locker.
And there's your desk.
Just
hanging out.
live down here with
Soaking it in.
Boomer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so much safer. There's probably more medicine that Boomer's going to need for that arm.
They probably had supplies for 12 people.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Supplies.
You could eat their corpses.
Oh, yeah.
Future wife potentially roaming around. Unclear.
Yeah. I got a lot of extra attention from those two. Peeking at that lady.
That's the subtlety of the
Weirdos.
It's a real meat cute.
Now, what is this? That's what Jeff Cork was saying to the developer. And what's that big tower up there?
Should I pressure the map button again?
No, for the love of God, no.
You're gonna burn it into our TV, you idiot.
Hey, Deke, you okay? You don't sound like like yourself.
It's nothing. You know, I just let this drifter get the drop on me. Lucky for me, she was out of ammo.
You let her go, didn't you?
Okay, yeah, fuck. Yes, I let her go.
One of these days, Deke, that code of yours is gonna get you killed.
Yeah, well, something's gonna do it, right? Does it matter what? Deacon out.
Think on that.
You know, something else that I'm kind of that I've been kind of banging around in my own head. Oh my God, what the hell was it? I'll remember it. Sorry, mean this interruption.
God, I wish I could say Deacon out whenever I wanted to.
You can.
Really? No idea.
I was gonna ask if climbing was in this game at all. I saw a tree that looked like it might be climbable earlier, but is it just ladders? It
He's
seems
just
like,
into
or like
ladders.
ledges.
Ladders and ledges. That's
The
what
big
he's
two.
into.
He
Yeah.
takes the easy way out. Yeah, he's no Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now I remember. Sorry, that was I can't believe I couldn't remember this. Something I'm really hoping that they do well is that they make clearing out these camps and doing all the optional side stuff that they make it worth my while to do everything. Now I'm one of those crazy people who I'll probably do a little bit of everything because that's how I like to play these kind of games. But I hope there's a reward. There's something more than XP or more than a here's a new area. It's here's a blueprint. Here's a this. Here's a that. It actually gives me in-game items. It gives me bonuses. It gives me something more than just a small little safe house or a new place to go to for a gun locker or a new checkpoint or whatever. Which I think, you know, when we kind of saw him go into that bunker and here's a crafting recipe earlier at that Nero checkpoint. Oh, well, here's this thing that's gonna boost my health, focus, or stamina. So I think we're gonna get that. It's just I want to see how deep that goes within the confines of the entire game.
Jesus, what a climb. All right, let's see what the hell Boozer's talking about. We're right. Someone's on the mountain. I see smoke from their campfire.
Oh, son of a bitch. I knew I heard something. Where are they? I'm gonna head out there.
No, god damn it, Boozer. Gotta get your arm healed up so we can ride the hell out of here. I'll take care of him.
Ah, shit. It's just... I'm going a little stir-crazy here, Deke.
Just try to stay awake in case they head your way. Deacon out.
So do you think that there will be a mission to find the book for Boozer so he stops looking for trouble? Keep him occupied.
Could be, but then it turns out
100%.
that book belonged to a horde of freakers, and then they come take him out.
See, I still have
Also,
I have a
big debate. Let
there we go. I have a theory that Boozer is bit and that the Burns are hiding it. I don't know. I highly doubt that's true, but I don't know. I'm getting a weird vibe.
you slide down the ladder or not.
Yep.
Apparently, amongst the team, it was one of those big decisions of, I don't think it's a Deacon thing to do. It's
Yeah.
what players want to do,
Yeah.
but does it break immersion?
Almost there. Yeah, come on, keep going. Almost there.
That's it. I do like Deacon's performance. Sam Witwer is the actor here,
Yeah.
who has played Emperor Palpatine in every Star Wars thing known to man, apparently. But he has a certain breathy delivery for all of his lines that I kind of like.
They're lies too.
Yeah,
None of this
well.
actually happened.
Look, he's better at talking than I am.
Am I the only one who finds it? There's just something. It feels like he's overdoing it. Like I do like the voice and it's something about the delivery though. Like, and I get he's kind of out there climbing ladders and everything, but it's just there's something about it that just seems like he's either always screaming or that he's always. Because what he's saying is, with the kind of delivery, it's kind of like how Marcus Phoenix, the guy who voices Marcus Phoenix, kind of has his voice. You know, that kind of that gravelly, gruff voice. That's kind of his thing. And this is this guy's thing with as he's voicing Deacon. There's just something weird about it that every time I hear it, just and it's only in certain segments that's throwing me off. And I mentioned this last video. It might be an editing thing. It might be a sound mixing thing. I don't know what it is, but there's something throwing me here. It's really weird.
All right, jumping ahead.
No, that's how that happens. You just instantly wake up on a motorcycle.
It's done. Radio tower is locked down, and I restored your radio uplink.
Copy that. You may not see the value in it, St. John, but Radio Free Oregon is the only thing us from turning into savages.
No, Cope. The only thing keeping us from turning into savages is about 9 square meals. Try going hungry for 3 days. There ain't no such thing as a starving patriot.
Well, sir, I hope to God you're wrong about that. Copeland out.
See that delivery right there, just fine. I don't know.
What have I done?
There's just something about it at times that's throwing me.
Stay on the road, kind of a system where the AI will take over if you want to do fine-tuned shooting or anything like that. You're constantly riding the bike.
I'm heading to that camp.
Nice.
Nice.
Give me a second. I'm gonna rewind that. I want to make sure I heard that guy correctly.
Kind of a system where
Radio Free Oregon. Jesus, what have I done?
yeah, there's not like a stay on the road kind of a system where the AI will take over if you want to do fine-tuned shooting or anything like that. You're constantly riding the bike.
I'm heading to that camp.
Nice.
Okay.
And that hurts your bike, of course. I feel like I've got 59 or 49% health on my bike, and this is
that's what that is.
this is where I learned. Yeah, this was a bad idea.
So I assume that's percent health and then scrap you can use to repair it?
Exactly.
Yes, you got it, man.
Oh, actually,
Cool.
yeah. At this point, I'm a little bit smarter. I'm parking farther away from the camps. I think the first time, which you may not have seen in here, I just drove right up to the mission starting point. At that point, you just may as well have got on the loudspeaker and said, "Hey, Deacon Sunshine's here."
Well, what if
Also-
a train comes, Cork? You sure that's a smart place to put your bike?
That
Oh
is true.
gosh, maybe someone will rescue it. Who knows?
Hey, new menu for people.
Yeah.
Brief
Collectibles.
glimpse.
Journals.
A little rage shout out
Yeah.
up there.
E3 leak.
My God.
I love people are more into maps than you would think. Like there was like a glimpse of a map in
I
the
love a
first
good
video
map.
we put up, and people like immediately grabbed it, analyzed it, and it's like, yeah, we should have realized that people would be super into that stuff.
So that
Oh,
was
hello, buddy.
Oh, here's that dude just hitting you with a machete.
This is Radio Free Oregon. The truth shall set you free. Who remembers the skid rows of this great country? People living on the streets in boxes.
Did anyone else just have like a Far Cry 4 flashback? Radio Free Karat. Again, there's a comment I had. I'm doing this early in the morning. I'm on no sleep right now. I can't sleep, and I want to get this video up. Maybe I picked a bad time to do this.
Because they couldn't afford the American dream.
Who's man? You were right. We set up low.
So here, yeah, this is a camp. Like, there's a lot of traps that have been laid around
yeah.
here.
I love hearing panicked enemies. Nothing better.
God, can you flip your shoulder?
Can you switch
you
the
can-
shoulder here?
You can.
Cool.
There we go.
How did you do that?
The master.
That button.
I,
I don't remember.
I was
offhand.
trying to figure that out and
Oh.
I failed.
So then you can
Did you
disarm
step
the
on this?
traps,
They set up on the railroad tracks.
and then you can place them again if you
Yes.
want to. I think we saw that in one of the E3 demos the first time.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that.
Yeah, I like that too. There's some other traps coming up here, which. Look at this. I'm like a little ninja.
Unconventional.
Imagine, Cork, like when the apocalypse actually happens, how quickly they're going to sell out of bear traps at stores.
Oh god, there's gonna be a huge run on them.
Yeah. They're going to have bear traps outside the stores to try and cool people down from rushing in to buy more bear traps.
And ear removal kits.
They're pretty cheap now at Walmart if you just want to go pick up some.
And here
Black
I was
Friday.
kind of surprised at how well hidden everyone is. You know, I
Yeah.
guess everyone's loaded up on camo and everything, but
Don't have to be like this. No, sir.
There's this reasoning.
Is that because they know you're there? Or is they
Yeah.
just waiting in ambush all the ways?
yeah, I think they know I'm here at this point. Yeah.
Whole world's one big ambush, baby.
Yep.
Damn.
So there's a noise trap there. There's some cans on a tripwire that I.
Oh.
Oh, really? Cans on a tripwire. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Wow.
Boing, boing, boing. Good looking jump there.
Mhm.
It's not too late to go get your motorcycle.
Oh, I think at this point, it's coming up in a second. The guy I was giving the demo said, "Here, let me take over." I give him the controller, and that's what he does immediately.
This is a convenience store. Don't blame it on the game director, Jeff Ross. There's no way that
It was
actually happened.
absolutely Jeff Ross did that, and then he handed it back right after that. No joke. I was like, "Well, thanks a lot. That was super helpful."
in a cold sweat.
Yeah, I was very angry.
You take it. You take it.
Yeah, so you can see the red on the map there, kind of. So that would prevent me from fast traveling through that area
yeah.
until you clear it out, which is pretty cool.
Gotcha.
So here, there's a lot of supplies, as you can see. This is apparently their secret stash. Thank you very much.
Wood looks cool. No reason to take logs though.
Yeah, you want to keep your wood wet or dry rather, for fire purposes and whatnot.
You got it, dude.
But I like this little touch. There's a trap just right on the other side of that train car. So if you just blasted through there and got cocky,
Yeah.
you'd set that off instantly. So.
So, if you play like I do.
The factions interacting, humans and zombies. I'm
Hey,
infected.
Stay
Freakers.
tuned.
Okay, okay. Sorry.
So
It is definitely a thing. That is definitely a strategy. Is like even firing into the air around a camp, which will attract the freakers to take
Yeah.
out the humans, which is always a good time.
That seems like it'd be fun, is to go around and disarm every single one of their traps and then just lure freakers there.
Yeah, if you're into torturing people, it's the way
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah, big time.
Good stuff.
Hey, how about Reservoir Dogs? That Michael Madsen character probably has one post-apocalypse dollar, huh?
He's saving it in his back pocket. I forget if he died.
Who could say?
God.
Some nice tagging. The old staple.
Does that tag seem to last forever? Or do you upgrade
yes.
that? Okay.
Also the slow-mo thing. That's an upgrade you get. Couple.
Very. So I wonder if you're related to Michael from GTA.
Why did I move to Oregon? I guess it was the weather. I like occasional rain.
Wow. Ow.
That was Jeff Quirk. That wasn't Deacon St. John. People are worried about the
Yeah.
dialogue in this game.
His voice took on a real terrible quality all of a sudden.
Was not available for retakes.
And I'm being very dumb here, but okay. I was gonna say I really should be into that focus vision or survival vision more often, just because this place is so trapped.
Quirk, overall, leaving this
Yeah.
trip, did you feel like, yeah, Days Gone is about what I expected it was from what we had seen so far?
No, I guess it's difficult to say. I went into the trip. I've seen the E3 stuff. I was kind of like, I wouldn't say ambivalent about it, but I wasn't like super stoked. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I guess I could play this, but yeah, I really had a good time playing it.
Yeah, especially so many people are going to be comparing it to State of Decay 2, which is coming out surprisingly soon. Do you feel like there's slightly different camps for people?
I think it does kind of hit a lot of the same notes, though, for me at least. I kind of enjoy the more methodical scouting stuff out.
Yeah, but you also enjoy Dead Rising, so who the hell knows what
All
you
over
like.
the stupid map.
But see, all three of those games are very different titles. I see this appealing to a very different crowd than Days Gone will. Days Gone, or excuse me, State of Decay 2. With State of Decay 2, it's more of a I don't want to say hardcore survival game, but it's much more of a survival game. Much more about conserving your ammo, conserving your weapons, building up a camp, and finding other survivors to ally with. You aren't really a character playing a story. Your main goal and the main point of the game is to survive. Now, in this, the main point of the game is there's the story. It's to push the character Deacon St. John from the starting line to the finish line and doing all this fun stuff in the zombie world between those two. I think they're very different games for very different people. I think this is kind of like... I don't want to say this game is like Uncharted, but with zombies, or whatever. I guess is like Tomb Raider with zombies. It's, while there is all of this stuff, it's not there are survival elements to it. There's crafting, there's this, there's that. But at the end of the day, it's not a hardcore mainline survival game like State of Decay. And then when you take Dead Rising is kind of its own thing, where there's survival elements, but it's kind of a hack and slash, beat 'em up, campy. It's in a class of its own. But all three of these games involve zombies, and I don't think it's necessarily fair to compare them.
This was all a ploy, though, to attract that freaker.
Oh.
I hear him.
Oh, there was a freaker standing up there?
Yeah, I saw it clearly.
Oh, leave it alone.
What do you say now, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it hurt by taking so many shots.
You're grazing him till he dies.
Make
Exactly.
him think about it.
Or am I? I'm a fan of taking out the last guy with a.
Drop
Well
vanished.
done, sir.
Yeah, I guess humans tend to win those encounters, huh? One human versus one freaker.
More often than not.
Makes sense. These people have survived a while.
Yeah. I love seeing everybody camping out, all the different sleeping bags all around. It's always
Yeah.
fun to see.
Yeah. It definitely is a unique looking world.
Oregon?
Nice and green.
Yeah.
Boozer, it's
Just the
done.
wilderness
Squatter
focus
camp.
of it.
Mm-hmm.
They won't be doing any more killing on O'Leary Mountain. Just rest up, Booze, man. Rest up. We're riding north as soon as your arm heals. You got that?
All right,
I assume he got it.
he got it.
He should have said Deacon over.
That's true. We forgot about
He
that.
was waiting.
The cooler.
Boozer's waiting.
Deke, you there?
Boozer, why the hell aren't you in your damn bunk?
I couldn't sleep. You remember what I said back in the tunnel? Go up there, Deke. It's making you crazy. Then what are the tulips for, huh? I saw them, Deke. Here on the table. This morning. The same one she had at the wedding. I remember.
I'm not gonna... Listen, Boozer, get some rest. I gotta go. Deacon out. And then the tulips, Boozer, they're stone crop. Get it right.
No flower expert. Deacon out.
I'm gonna guess that it's something about his dead wife.
Deacon out.
See?
Doesn't matter.
just-
Yeah.
Yeah.
St. John, you out there? Drifter, we got work for you. You still owe me some runs.
They call you Drifter?
Copeland, yeah.
Yep.
I hear you. If I'm out...
Just you and the open road.
Yep.
The old open train tracks.
Riding the rails. Toot toot. So this is clearly infestation. This is a bunch of these nests.
This is it. Oh, god damn it. This camp is gonna be crawling. Yeah. Nah, you gotta leave the bike out here. Pull all of them down on you. Ravens. Goddamn birds. Where there's ravens, well, there's nests.
Why is that? Do ravens like freaker nests? Is that what you're telling us, Deacon?
God damn it, what you all shit yourself at once? Jesus Christ.
Freaker smell is an important detail.
Smell like poo poo and doo doo.
This place is a death trap.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Oh, you're dead. You're dead.
This is their home.
Yeah. I kind of wish I had a Frank West style stick my arms out and swing around for a while move with the machete out. But
The greatest move. There's like an equivalent of that in Yakuza 6.
Yeah.
Where you just grab somebody and spin them around.
Getting an old knife workout going on here, Cork.
yeah. So that one doesn't break, which is nice. You just keep.
Killer.
That went really well. I'd
Deacon
say.
style.
This place is a death trap.
Okay.
How do you equip a trap or aim and throw it? That's what I want to know.
I don't really remember. I wish there was something telling us.
It's a secret.
Yeah, secret to most everybody. Cool looking nest.
Fire in the
So here's where I should have run away, but instead I'm just admiring my handiwork, which is a bad plan.
Yeah.
The old kick 'em up the stairs move, which also not super great.
Kick them window down, kick them up the stairs. There we go. You got it, man.
Gotta go.
Oh, their screeches just never end. I mean, they probably had little babies in that nest, like birds. They had everything going on in there, of course.
Yeah. Oh, I really ruined their days.
Well, there's only one way for them to go.
So I'm just gonna run away forever.
Okay.
And again, I can't
Oh,
overstate rather. Like running away is just the best thing in this game. You don't want to stand your ground as often as you may impulsively want to. Like the
Yeah.
smart thing is just to keep moving.
for sure.
Thanks, Hanson, for joining us. Thanks, Rocky Bob. For joining
Yeah.
us. Thanks, Vader, for joining us.
Yeah.
And viewers, thank you for watching this video.
There we are.
All right, guys. So yeah, not a whole lot to add from the last video. I think that they said there might be another one next week, and we'll cover that when it comes. Again, I'm gonna say the same things I said at the end of the last video. I mean, it's almost copy paste. I'm pumped for the game. I really like the concept. Unlike the guy who's said he was playing, I was sold on this as soon as I saw the concept. But again, I love these kind of post-apocalyptic zombie worlds, and I really like this open world thing, and you can explore and interact with the world kind of how you see fit. I like that. I'm pumped for the full release of Days Gone sometime. I think they were saying early next year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Come back for the weekly show on Saturday, where I will be talking about Rage 2 stuff, among other video game news, other Let's Plays throughout the week. Like I said at the beginning, episode 2 of The Council, I'll be starting today or tomorrow. State of Decay 2 starts at the end of the week. Various other things. Thank you for watching. My name is AJ Gels, the Silent Thread Gaming channel, Facebook, Twitter, the website, Minds.com. Links, all that stuff can be found down in the description below, along with a link to this video. Please remember to like, comment. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more next time. But until then, I'm AJ Gels, the Silent Thread Gaming channel. I already said that. Either way, I'm out.